Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tamlyn and this is Sewn on the Tyne, and I'm here today with all the things that I made in October and a few of my favourite things. Now I've got to say that I am sorry for my absence. I have been really quite unwell over the past couple of weeks and I've just been unable to film, haven't felt up to it. Possibly on the mend now. I don't feel fantastic, but I am getting there, and therefore I thought it was about time that I got back onto YouTube. So here I am. Now, when I've written down everything that I made in October, there's quite a lot of things. I have 10 things on the list and I think I've probably still forgotten something. So we'll get started. What I am wearing is one of the things I made in October. It is the Tilly and the Buttons Indigo, and it's the top version. I used a remnant of this gorgeous viscose fabric from Lamazi. I think I had something like 1.2 meters or just over. I got it for a bargain. Lamazi fabrics do their remnants at really good prices, but also they're always decent sized remnants, so things that you can actually do something with. I was looking on a website yesterday for a different fabric store and some of their remnants were like 30 centimeters of something. Now I guess maybe if you use them for bag making or something like that, fair enough. Or if you use fabrics for baby clothes like jersey fabrics, you can get away with making something out of a half a meter. But for an adult person that wants to make something to wear themselves, you need a decent sized piece of fabric. So that was a bit of a waffle, but this is the remnant that I got from Lamazi. I love the colours in this viscose and it's gorgeous quality. I wanted to make the Indigo by Tilly and the Buttons, so I just had to work with what I had and use up all the little bits of fabric to make the garment that I've ended up with. The only slight issue with it, I'm really happy with it overall. I am really happy with the top. I think it's beautiful. I love the gathers, I love the floatiness. But because of my restrictions on fabric, I had to make the sleeves pretty short, and that's ended up with them being a little bit tight across here because they've got no sort of, I don't know, I've made the same size as I have done with my other Indigos and the others don't feel tight, I think because they've got longer sleeves. So because I've had to shorten them, obviously cut them off here or stop them here, then I just feel like it's slightly too tight across the chest and shoulder area, but I'm still happy with it nonetheless. These makes aren't in any order, by the way. I've written them down numbered 1 to 10, but they're not in order of when I made them in the month. So the next make that I'll talk to you about is probably one of my favourites and one of my favourite makes for quite some time, and it's the one I've had probably the most compliments on. It's another Tilly and the Buttons Indigo, but this is the dress version. It's made in this beautiful autumnal viscose fabric from Lamazi Fabrics. Again, this was bought as a remnant but quite a while ago, and I had quite a lot of this fabric. I think I had just under 2 meters or maybe just over 2 meters, something like that, around the 2 meter mark. And again, I thought this would make a wonderful indigo dress. And this time I went for all of the features. So I went for the exposed hem just under the bust area, and I also went for the exposed gathers on the sleeves, and I made the flounce sleeve version, and I just love it. It's so floaty and so wonderful and it's comfortable and I love it. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this version of my Indigo. And actually behind me on my mannequin is another Tilly and the Buttons Indigo, but that version I did mention in one of my previous videos. It's in that beautiful leopard print yellow fabric from First of Fabrics, and I'm making an extra layer on the bottom of an extra tier. I'm making an extra tier on the bottom of that dress, so it's going to end up as a maxi version. So I'm very excited about how that is coming along. I'm loving it so far. My next make in October was the Helen's Closet yoke pinafore in the pomegranate needle cord fabric from Sew Me Sunshine. This was the result of the Sew My Stash, Shop My Stash. This was the result of the Shop My Stash video vote that I put out, and I've done a whole video as a pattern review on the yoke pinafore, so I will link that and you can go and watch that if you would like. After this one, of course. Don't leave this video just yet. Another make that I completed in October that I've already shared with you is the Fjord cardigan from Paper Cut Patterns. That was the make that I featured in my How to Sew with French Terry video. Again, we'll put a link for that in if you haven't seen it, but I adore this cardigan. It's so cozy, it's so warm, it's so snuggly. It's made in the beautiful See You at 6 French Terry fabric that Lamazi Fabrics gifted to me in collaboration with me for this video, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Again, won't go into too much detail here because there's a full video on that make. I also completed 3 Minerva projects in October. I'd got a little bit behind with some of the projects that I was making for Minerva. Now, as you're probably aware, Minerva have lots of people that write blog posts for them, and Minerva gift the fabric to those people in exchange for a blog post and photographs. I say gifted, but it's really payment for the work that you're doing, I suppose, because you do have to make the garment, have the photos taken. The photos are a challenge, especially at this time of year, and also write up a blog post. So it's not like you're just being given gifts. I didn't really need to explain that, but never mind. So yes, I finished 3 Minerva projects, one of which was the Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan. I cannot believe it's taken me so long to make this cardigan. I've got plans for a few more and I've got the fabrics all ready. I loved making this. Helen's Closet patterns are just fantastic. The instructions are wonderful and they're a really enjoyable process. I love the way that she finishes her garments, and yeah, I just really enjoy following her pattern instructions. They're great. So I made this in a duck egg blue coloured fleece backed sweatshirt and it's gorgeous and cozy and I love it. Another Minerva project that I finished was the Nina Lee Mayfair dress. Again, I've talked about this in a previous video. I wasn't sure on my feelings on this dress and I got feedback from lots of you, which was lovely. It was made in the Lady McElroy viscose crepe fabric. Very drapey and stretchy. Viscose crepe? No. It was made in the Lady McElroy crepe jersey fabric. Extremely stretchy, extremely lightweight, and I did talk about that a little bit more in that video, so I will link to that as well. And my final Minerva make in October was the Nina Lee South Bank sweater, made in the most incredible jersey fabric with a space themed design all over, and oh, this fabric is just wonderful. It really is. Now, it is a little bit pricey on the Minerva website. I think it's around £25 a metre, but it is really special. It's beautiful. It's got these gold highlights all over and I just really love it. So yeah, I made the Nina Lee South Bank sweater. I've made quite a few of these now and I need to do something with the pockets, maybe just leave them off altogether. You'll see from the photo we put in, the pockets add bulk to your hip area and they kind of stick out. They don't sit particularly flush, no matter, you know, the understitching and the pressing, they still just stick out a bit. So I'm thinking actually of taking the pockets out of this one and just stitching down the side seams. And I must remember the next one I make, just leave the pockets off because I just can't get them to work particularly well, and I know lots of other people have had that problem as well. Maybe my love for pockets will just have to cope with no pockets on this pattern. So on to my final 3 makes of October, and they all follow a similar theme. I wonder if my viewers are aware of how much I love cats. Did you know that? Are you aware of that? I think I might mention it here and there. Well, these last 3 makes all are cat themed. I mean, who doesn't want a wardrobe full of cat themed garments to wear? So the first one is a Tilly and the Buttons Nora top. It's been a while since I made one of those. I lengthened this into a dress length, so it's sort of a t-shirt dress. I lowered the neckline ever so slightly. I made it out of this really soft black and white striped jersey fabric, which I got from Pin and Sew. And the added touch was a cat lady patch. I bought this patch when I was in New York. It's an iron-on patch, and I just thought the red against the black and white would just go perfectly, and I'm really happy with it. I've had lots of people admiring it over Instagram because there are so many cat ladies amongst us. The next cat themed garment I made was the Megan Nielsen Jarrah sweater, and I made it in this incredible sweatshirt fabric that I got from First for Fabrics. It's so soft and snuggly, and it's got that fleecy back. It's wonderful. I added a contrast ribbing for the neckband and the cuffs and the hemband, and that's just white ribbing that I got from First for Fabrics again, and I really love this sweater. I also added an extra little touch, which was a Contains Cat Hair label, which is from Pink Coat Club in collaboration with Wren & Wilson. I will link those down below because they're so cute. And I decided to stitch this on the outside of my jumper rather than hiding it away on the inside. It's on the outside for all to see. And the last cat themed make, and indeed the last make of the month, was a Tilly and the Buttons Stevie dress made in the incredible Sugar Skull cat fabric that I bought from Like So Amazing. I teamed it up with some denim that I had in my stash, and it picks out that lovely mint green colour. I just thought that that cat print all over the dress, including the back yoke, would have just been a bit too much, and I love that the Stevie pattern gives you that option of colour blocking a little bit because it's got the back yoke. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I wore it on Halloween, which was perfect. So now's the time when I usually talk about my favourite things of the month. Because I'm filming this a couple of weeks late and I've been quite poorly, I can't actually really remember an awful lot of what I loved in October. I have got a couple of things to mention, but not as many as usual, which I'm a bit sad about. But what I have got to mention is great. So my first favourite thing of October was an event that I hosted at First for Fabrics. Again, First for Fabrics is my local fabric store. They sell online as well, and they have an Instagram and a Facebook presence, but they are wonderful. I talk about them all the time, but I do genuinely love them as a business. They're a family run business and they're fantastic. So I have been in discussion with them for a little while now about hosting some events in their shop. I'm going to be teaching some workshops next year for people to learn how to sew different garments, but to ease me in and to just sort of get a feel for how things would work, we decided to start with some social events. So social, spelled S-E-W. So the concept of the social is that a group of people come along, they pay a certain amount of money to come along for, well, this one was 3 hours. People paid £15 to come along and sew and chat, drink tea, eat delicious biscuits, and yeah, and make contacts and get to know other people. So it was a really, really lovely day. I met some lovely people and we had fun, we sewed, we chatted. I didn't sew actually, but I kind of was there to support people if they had a problem with anything, and I was there as the host. And then also, as part of the ticket price for coming along, people got a discount code to use on anything they bought in store that day. So yeah, it was a great success and I really enjoyed it. And actually we've got the next couple coming up later in November, and then we'll be announcing dates for December very soon. So if you are interested in coming along, if you are local or reasonably local to the Newcastle area, then keep an eye out on my Instagram and also First for Fabrics Instagram, and we will be posting about the December dates very soon. Another favourite in October was a purchase I made. I made this purchase after watching a video by Jane, whose channel is Loopy Mabel's Closet, which I will link to. She did a little collaboration video with a company called Pattern Trace, and they had sent her some items. She talked about them in a video and then gave a discount code for people to use to get their own. And there was one particular item that I absolutely loved and I just had to get. So it is this. Thread storage. Now you can see there we've got the spools of thread, and then underneath there is space for the bobbin with that thread. So you can see this is my reds and pinks. And then I've got another one with my purples. I love this one, purple being my favourite colour. You can see there any bobbin that I have with that thread on it is placed underneath, and then it just keeps that thread and that bobbin together. Now I've got 5 of those storage containers. You could get them individually or you could get them in a pack of 5, and I went for the pack of 5 and I just absolutely love them. It's so handy to just have your bobbin and your thread together. I previously had all of my threads in storage boxes and then my bobbins in another storage box, but then sometimes my colours were quite similar, so I would struggle to kind of match exactly my bobbin and the thread that went with it. So this is just the perfect solution. So I will put in a link to Jane's video and you can go and find out a bit more about the other items that Pattern Trace provide or sell, and then you'll be able to get the discount code for yourself, and that gets you 10% off. So it was really affordable. I think it came to around £19 altogether once the discount code had been applied, and yeah, I really would highly recommend these. I love them. I think they're great. So we are almost at the end. I just wanted to talk to you about a favourite YouTube channel of the month. Now I discovered this lovely lady's YouTube channel I think early in October, and I binge watched all of her videos. She's quite a recent channel. She's called Kristen. She lives in Australia. Now I have a soft spot for Australia because quite a lot of my family live out there, so I really love hearing Kristen's accent, and she often shows her garden in her videos, and yeah, I really love that. She's just the nicest lady. I love watching her. I love listening to her voice in her Australian accent. It's wonderful. Her channel is called the Dahlia Society, and she does fantastic videos, mainly pattern reviews, but she also does sort of more chatty, informal videos just about what's going on in the sewing community. She shows fabric that she's bought, maybe patterns that she is interested in or has recently bought, and I just really love her channel. I would highly recommend you going and checking her out. I'm sure you will love her too. So I will link to her channel. Please go and have a watch of some of her videos. I bet that you'll be hooked like me and you'll want to watch all of them and then you'll run out. But she does upload at least once a week, often twice a week. So there's plenty to keep you going. So yes, check out Kristen, check out her channel, the Dahlia Society, and her Instagram as well, in the same name, the Dahlia Society. And also myself and Kristen and Keely from Voice of a Creative are working on a little collaboration at the moment, so that will be coming up very soon. We are all sewing up the same pattern, which is the Shelby dress by True Bias, or the Shelby romper. And you'll see each of us has made a different version. We'll be sharing those with you very soon. You'll be able to see how they look on different people, different bodies, different fabrics, and our opinions on those. So I'm really excited. We've got a little messenger group and we chat to each other about how we're getting on and, you know, future plans, because we've really enjoyed collaborating like this, and we're going to do some more work together in the future. I think that might be it. Wow, that was a whirlwind. Just before I head off, I would like to say thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. I have mentioned a couple of times that I was very keen to hit the 4,000 subscriber mark before my birthday, which is the 11th of December, and I've managed it. I am over 4,000 now, so thank you so much. We're ahead of schedule, so I wonder what the next goal is going to be. I wonder. I feel like 5,000 is a bit ambitious, so maybe we need to break it down a little bit. But yeah, thank you all for your support and subscribing, and if by any chance you're watching this and you don't already subscribe, please do hit subscribe. That would be wonderful. We would love to have you here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when my next video is going to be up. Hopefully I won't keep you waiting as long. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. I think we're going to try and get quite a few videos going soon. As always, I would love to hear from you in the comments section down below. Please let me know which of my makes was your favourite this month, and also please head over and check out Kristen's channel because she is wonderful. I like her very much. Her videos are great. They're really super quality, and yeah, go and check her out. Thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. Happy sewing. Bye. Off the yoke pinafore. Ah! You can tell I haven't done this for a while. I'm talking nonsense.